Hi everyone, my name is Maddie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this reading vlog. So I set out to weekly vlog throughout the month of September, and I didn't. I fell into an awful reading slump, I wasn't reading anything, and so I did not want to vlog. But if you haven't seen, I have actually completely rejigged my TBR for September, and I have about a week and a bit until the end of the month now, and I'm going to read them all if it kills me, I swear. So the book I'm currently reading is The Priory of the Orange Tree. I am only about 50 pages into this. I've not read too much of it yet, and I need to have that finished in a few days. And do you see the size of this book? That's a lot of reading, but luckily I love it, so I don't mind reading it really quickly. And then I have 2 books to read over the weekend, which are Camp and Cinderella is Dead. And I'm going to try and read XX in the remaining days of the month from like Monday to Thursday. So we'll see if that happens. This is a really quick intro because I've got a lot going on and a lot of reading to do. But yes, first task, Priory. Very quickly, for anyone who doesn't know, this is a adult fantasy in a queendom with dragons. It has a female-female relationship. I don't even know how to sum this up. This is a reread, as I said. I have read it before and I love it, so I'm very excited to be rereading it. I'm also reading it with my mum. I'm making her read giant adult fantasy, which is definitely not her genre of choice, but she's liking it too. And yes, I need to reread this. It's like 850 pages and I have 3 days, so wish me luck, because I've basically not read for the past 2 days and I'm rubbish at this, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna do it. We're going with confidence for this vlog. That's the approach, confidence, and we'll make it happen. But I need to go panic edit a video because I filmed way too late and it needs to go up in like 3 hours. So I'm gonna go do that and then I will check back in with you later when I am reading. So see you then. Hello, so it is Saturday and I just thought I would do a quick little update because I'm kind of changing my plans. So I am still reading Priory of the Orange Tree and I'm 150 pages in. I'm still loving it. As I've said, it's a reread, so I know I'm gonna love it. But I'm struggling because I'm still struggling to read. I'm still coming out of a slump and I'm finding it really, really slow going at the moment. I am actually just putting this down for 2 days, literally just the weekend, today and tomorrow. And I'm setting myself a little challenge, which is to read a book a day for both days. So today I'm going to read Camp, because that is on my TBR. Tomorrow I'm going to read, it's over here, Cinderella is Dead. And I think both of these are definitely readable within a day. I've got most of the day free today and I've got the whole day free tomorrow. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do. And then I will have 3 days left of the month next week to finish Priory, which I think is doable if I'm like in a reading mood and feeling good about it. XX is being pushed to October, which is fine because it's on my October TBR for Dart Attack anyway, so that's easy. But that's my slight change of plans. Camp today, Cinderella's Dead tomorrow, Priory the 3 days after that, and I'll be vlogging all the way to the end of the month at this point because I've not vlogged this week. So that's what we're doing. I think that's really doable. Camp is what, 350 pages? Yeah, 360 pages. So I can definitely read that in a day. I have nothing to do right now. It's about 1 o'clock. The only thing I have on today is the premiere of my Dart Attack video at 6. So at like 5:30, I'll be tuning in to watch that and chat to people because that's all good fun. But that's it for today. Yeah, so I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read this today. I can do this. This is probably like a 5-hour reading, so I could probably pretty much get it done before Dart Attack, which I won't. I'll do a few hours after. But if I can maybe do 150 pages or 200 pages beforehand, that would be great. So I'm gonna go try and do that. And I will check in with you as I'm reading it. I'm so excited for this. For anyone that doesn't know, this is a LGBT two boys at a musical theatre summer camp, I think, which literally sounds like my favourite book if anyone knows anything about me, because I love musical theatre and it's LGBT, so heaven. But let's go read. I'm very, very excited to get started on this. Hello, so yet again, it's been a few days since I spoke to you, and when I last spoke to you, I said I was going to be reading these 2 books over the next 2 days, and I almost did. So I did read camp on Saturday, and oh my god, I didn't vlog this because I just read it so fast and I was just sort of in a like chill reading mood. I didn't really want to like make myself presentable to vlog, which I know I don't need to, but my skin's bad at the moment, so I felt stressed about vlogging, so I didn't. I just read. I cannot get over how much I love this book. Honestly, this is a 5-star read for me. This book means the world to me. I love it so much. I don't even have words. I've been trying to like think before filming this of how to formulate my thoughts and how to talk about it. And I'm still at a complete loss because I just love it so much. To give you a vague synopsis, because I didn't really know when going in, this follows a boy who goes to a LGBT summer camp every summer and normally takes part in the musical theatre programme. Love the musical theatre aspect. And this year he has completely changed himself. He has changed his look, he has changed his fashion, he has changed his interests in the attempts to get with one of the guys who is also at this camp. And that's obviously a questionable decision to make, but that's kind of the point. Teenagers do really, really shitty things and act really poorly, and then they learn from it, which is literally the point of this book. And just him learning to be himself and when to be himself and how to deal with things like this at the same time as so much queer culture and just support for queer people. And I don't even know how to explain how much I love this book, how much it meant to me. I tabbed quite a lot of bits and they just, every single moment hit so hard and made me feel so valid. And why does an LGBT camp with musical theatre not exist in this country? And if it does, why haven't I gone to it? Oh my gosh, I want to go so bad. I was so jealous the whole way through this book because I just wanted to be there. But yeah, I won't say too much more. I'll try and get some proper thoughts together before my wrap up so I can review this properly. But I loved it. I really, truly loved it. I really enjoyed L C Rosen's other book, Jack of Hearts, so I was optimistic that I'd like this, but this was a whole other level for me. This was phenomenal. I know not everyone loves it as much as I do, but I think it's really, really good, and I'd highly recommend it for anyone looking for this, especially if you're looking for a book with like messy LGBT teenagers. I think it's quite sad that so many, especially LGBT teens in books, have to be portrayed like doing the right thing and being great people. Like, teenagers are messy. Let them be messy and learn from it, like everyone has to. But that's a discussion for another day. I loved this so much. And I read this all day Saturday and finished it like quite late at night, but I got it done. And then I attempted to read Cinderella is Dead yesterday. And I read 160 pages, so I didn't do badly. I got pretty much halfway, not quite, but almost. This is one of the most meh books I've ever read. I'm not disliking it, there's nothing bad in it, there's definitely things I would change, but I just do not care. I wouldn't choose to DNF this book, like I'm not hating it, and I wouldn't give it like a really low rating. But if this book was vanished off the face of the earth right now and I never knew how it ended, I wouldn't mind at all. I really wouldn't. And that's rare for me. I have read like 1-star, 2-star books that I should DNF, but I don't, for the sole reason of I need to know what happens. I really do not. And this could be such an interesting concept, but I feel like the only part I was interested in got done in the first 100 pages really quickly, really rushed, and so now I'm not really interested. And also in the last like 50 pages we have had the most crazy insta love, and I'm going out of my mind with it because it's so insta lovey and it's annoying me. But this is an LGBT book, again, LGBT fantasy. This is actually the FAES and Gays book club pick, so I'm really, really sad I'm not liking it, because obviously I want to like the books for my own book club. And I know some of the others love it, it's just not doing it for me. But anyway, this follows a girl set in a world where Cinderella has died 200 years before, and the world afterwards is a really different place. So women are basically owned, they have to go to this ball every year to be chosen by a man, and if you're not chosen within 3 years, from the ages of 16 to 18, then you're forfeit to the state and basically just become a slave. And that's a very interesting premise. I don't think that's been done particularly well, or talked about in enough nuance, which is a shame. But yeah, the main character, I'm not loving her. I did right at the beginning, I liked how strong-willed she was, but she doesn't seem to have much basis for anything she thinks, which I don't think is a failing of the character, I actually think it's a failing of the writing, because I think there is probably a lot more to it than we are being told. And also that was one of my critiques right near the beginning, was there's not enough world building. We have just had the world explained at like 150 pages in. Why was that explanation not put in earlier? I really don't understand. But anyway, I'm gonna keep reading, maybe I'll like it more. I'm hoping to finish this today. Fingers crossed. I don't know if I'll manage it, but then I can get back to reading Priory, which I have 3 days to read, and it's really, really long, so we'll see. But yeah, weekend of reading went pretty well. Read a book and a half, which is not quite what I wanted, but not too bad. But I need to go edit a video right now. I just filmed a book haul, hence why I'm in like a nice filming setup. So I'm gonna go edit that, get that up, and then read for the rest of the evening. So I will catch you later when hopefully I've finished Cinderella is Dead. We'll see. So it is now a good few days into October, but I completely failed to end out this vlog. So I'm going to do that quickly, as you need to be seeing this tomorrow and I haven't ended it yet. So as you all know, I've been reading for the past month for the Bookoutlethon and doing awfully for it, but I was currently reading Cinderella is Dead. I have finished it, having not wanted to pick it up for a lot of the time. I did finish this on the last day of September, so I literally just got it done, and I've given it like a 2.5 star-ish. I talk about it more in my wrap-up, which you can go watch. There's also a live show discussion for this you can go watch if you want to hear my thoughts. Basically, I did not love it. I didn't get on very well with it. I thought it didn't delve into things it could have done. It was just a bit too simplistic. It's not a bad book. It was not the book for me. It was not the book for me at all, and that's just how it is sometimes, which is a shame. But yeah, not great, not bad. Some people really love it. Look it up for yourself if it's one you think you're interested in, because it seems to be splitting opinions quite a lot, so it could be for you even if not for me. The one other thing I will say about this, though obviously I didn't know this when I finished reading it, is I have since had the live show discussion with FAES and Gaze for it, and that it didn't change my opinion of it, it didn't change my rating. But I did find it genuinely fascinating to see other people's take on this book and what it meant to them and how it sort of read to them in comparison to me, because obviously I didn't have the best reading experience with this. So that was really interesting. So I would really recommend, if you have a spare hour, to go and watch that live show. It'll be linked down below with all the FAES and Gaze stuff, because I think it shows a really rounded views, because all of us had very different opinions on all different parts of this book. So I think there's quite a lot there that can maybe inform you better as to whether it would be the kind of book for you. Because I think the varied sort of opinions we had were much more to do with individual taste than they were to do with the actual quality of the book. So might be interesting, though spoiler warning, lots of spoilers in that live show. But I just thought I'd do a really quick little thing to sort of end out this video talking about sort of just how my reading's gone throughout the month. As many of you will know, I've had a really, really bad reading month for me. It's not awful, I got through 7 books, but for me that's really not what I wanted, especially as I had a really big TBR, I had a lot of books I really wanted to get to. I just had a really hard time reading, and normally readathons really keep me motivated, and for some reason this one just didn't, which is a real shame because I was so excited for Bookoutlethon. I literally read one of my Bookoutlethon books. I failed so unbelievably tremendously for it, and it's a real shame because I obviously really wanted to do it, and it was such a clever concept for a readathon. It was such an interesting idea. The prompts were so good and so broad, but You can't fix a reading slump. It happens when it happens. I have no control over the matter, and there's not a lot I can do about it until I naturally get out of it, which does seem to be happening very slowly, so I'm relatively optimistic for October. But I think it's also kind of important to say that doing a readathon whilst in a reading slump wasn't my best move, though I wasn't in a reading slump particularly. It was beginning towards the end of August, but I wasn't particularly in it when I started this month, and I also thought this would motivate me to read more. I was completely wrong. It didn't do anything negative. Like, I've had some things where I've got so much of a challenge that it stresses me out and stop reading. It wasn't a case of that at all. If anything, it did keep me reading at least a bit, because otherwise I would have just read nothing. But yeah, thoroughly disappointing month for me. I wish I could have read more, but as I said, I am feeling very optimistic for October. I feel like the books I've got chosen are much more what I want to read right now instead of what I feel like I should be reading. And I've got a lot of really fun things planned, which we'll be seeing soon. So overall, not feeling too bad about it. I am almost tempted to do Bookopalathon again for myself at some point, because I'm so sad that I didn't get to take part fully. Like, I didn't do most of the 24-hour readathons or anything, so I just wasn't reading. I didn't feel up to doing them. But it is what it is. It's done now. I had so much fun, even just seeing people talking about it on Twitter. It kept me vaguely motivated to read when I didn't want to pick up a book at all. So it was really good, and obviously thank you to Becca for creating it. I loved that it exists, even though I completely failed at taking part in it. But I don't have too much else to say. I wish I could do a video on what put me into a slump and how to get out of a slump, but honestly I don't know. It's a completely random thing for me. I haven't had a bad reading slump in over a year. This was really unexpected, but I seem to be on the up again. I'm just gonna have to hold out some hope for that. I think I'm reading some, as I said, more books that are up my alley at the moment, so hopefully that'll keep me going. We will see, but I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I do apologise, I was planning to vlog for the whole of September and then completely didn't do that because I wasn't reading anything, but there should be a couple more vlogs coming in October. Not every week, but there will definitely be more, and some pretty interesting ones if things go to plan, so keep an eye out for those. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with me completely just failing to read all the time, because that is what it has been for the last month. But that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below. How did your reading go? How are you feeling? I don't know, just chat to me. I like chatting to you all. But subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. All my other social medias are linked in the description like they always are. So bye, and I'll see you in the next one.